Hi, everybody. We are back, and we just broke for our lunch break, and we had another amazing session. Lynne Hybels, Shauna Niequist's mom, was on stage today expressing so much, and it was specifically about her relationship with God and what it was and what it is now. And Amy, I know you could agree, we walked away on fire, empowered, clarity. I just felt like this wise soul just sat there and just with a fire hose poured immense information into our souls that I can now tuck away and use to share with anybody I can, and actually specifically my daughter.
Yeah, I think I felt a lot of affirmation and confirmation and some things that are going on in my life right now, and especially with when I'm choosing to go do the things that I feel God calling me to do, if they are not what's typical or not, they don't look like a traditional role for a woman, going ahead and following that, and knowing that my kids are going to be okay. And not only will they be okay, but just the way that they'll be blessed by that, because that's really what I took away, that by finding her own voice, she showed her daughter how to have a voice too. She gave her daughter a voice. So.
She started out talking about how she had a toxic relationship, and it was with God. And I was like, that's perfect. And she described how she was a striving Christian, that she was a taskmaster, a perfectionist, someone who had to be on the treadmill of life and be busy and prove her worth to God. And she, one day at 39, said, enough is enough. It's over. And she turned away from that relationship and just stared out the window while the kids were at school and just rested and was still and let God work within her. And she said a greenness entered her soul, and eventually she knew it was God. And for her to give herself that space to turn away from the God that she knew, and that she was vacant for a while, and let herself have that space for her new God to enter, is so brave. Because
and not just a new God.
I'd be so afraid to walk away from God.
Yeah, not just a new God, but the true God. True God.
The true God. Yeah.
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 So I loved the part that I've already mentioned, which is the giving a voice to the next generation of women. Yeah. And then the next session that went along with that was just really a table setting where there were, how many, like 5 women, 6 women? Six women. I think they were kind of modeling an if table, but it was just such a reconciliation. And it looks like if one of the directions they're taking is building bridges amongst different people of different ethnicity and color and that kind of thing. And they really modeled that well. And so I really feel like overall, this last group of sessions was about giving a voice to that next generation, giving a voice to the marginalized, and doing that by being very purposeful in the friendships that we pursue and in pursuing God's plan for us and what God's laying on our hearts and whispering to us.
Yes. And I loved that it was multicultural, and it wasn't just black and white.
Yes.
It was all cultures. And one of the ladies said, God was not an American. I loved that, because I have to say that I pray to my American God, and He's a God of all languages and all cultures. And you hear it, but who's the God do you pray to? Who's the God you pray to? Is He American or is He multicultural and He can speak every language? And if I started praying to that God, I could imagine how my heart would change for all cultures around me. And not that I have prejudice, but that I feel like I don't have anything in common with them. And so I wouldn't necessarily reach out as much as now I'm going to. They have given me a bridge that now I can cross and have bravery to say we have a lot in common because God made us. And we're going to start there.
And I think that was their point,
yeah.
that we know God better when we can embrace those cultures and the things that we're not familiar with, and open our eyes and have a different kind of awareness
Yes.
to whatever prejudices we might have.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't think I have any, but I think, God, show me, open my eyes, show me if I am holding on to any prejudices that I've been taught that are systemic, that are cultural. So
Right.
I am excited about that too.
It was freeing. And okay, so the one comment that I want to walk away with, that you and I have walked away with, there she go. I love it. There she go.
There she
and
go.
I'm going to say, here we go.
Here we go.
We love you. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.